Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading. Now, this particular reading is for the sign of Gemini. Now, I'm going to take a look at the energies that are currently influencing you, and then after that, I will do my usual 9-card tarot spread to get some more details. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all that information is down in the description box below. Alright, well, let's see what energies are currently influencing Gemini. Oh, okay, what do we got at the bottom here? Alright, so we have at the bottom of the deck 4 of Thread, Loom, representing boundaries, community, and responsibility. And then underneath that we have Ace of Ink, Pigment, representing alchemy, process, and experimentation. So I'm definitely getting the vibe here of like a spiritual community in a sense. Now, I don't know if you're already in one, if you're going to find one, but regardless, right? I feel like these people are going to really help you here to like move forward on your journey here with, helping you, for example, like how to establish, set, and enforce continually boundaries, and how to really, take, responsibility here, for your words, for your actions, for the things that you overlooked, because those red flags can be pretty fucking sneaky. And, in this process, it's going to be sort of like an alchemical process where you're changing up the energies here. And for you, that's going to be a sort of like experiment in a sense. All right, now for the first oracle card out here for the spread, we have the Waters, representing relief, rejuvenation, and rest. All right, let's see. I have to go into the book for these. And unfortunately, this book does not have like a place where it shows you like pages. There aren't even like numbers on the pages here. So let me see what that was again with the Waters. Okay, so that'll be more at the beginning. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time if this takes a little bit, because I literally just have to flip through the pages and hope I'm not going the wrong way. Ooh. Alright, so I found the next card, but what about this card, guys? Come on. Alright, here we go. The Waters. Awakened, it represents relief, rejuvenation, and rest. And in the Shadow, it represents difficulty, aimlessness, and thirst. The Waters represent a cool drink that settles our thirst and sustains our soul. After working hard, enduring so much, and putting in incredible effort, it's time to find your own little shady nook beside a stream and just rest. Engage in activities that make you feel refilled and calm, even if that activity is doing absolutely nothing. Simply floating on the surface of the pool, eyes closed, may be what you need right now. The waters are free-flowing and life-giving. Let it soothe you and bring back your depleted energies. In the shadow, the water represents ongoing difficulties that we can't escape from yet. You may have to endure a little longer before you get a break. The water in shadow has dried up, leaving us feeling thirsty and tired without a means of relief. This may be a time during which you're seeking out rejuvenation, but can't figure out how to find it. Alternately, this card can indicate a feeling of aimlessness or being adrift as you're carried downstream by the waters without control over where you end up. You may long for a return to action, but aren't sure how to get to shore. The questions to ask. What do I find sustaining and thirst quenching in my life right now? Do I need more of it? What brings me relief? What makes me feel energetic and rejuvenated after being depleted? What have I been enjoying for a long time? Do I feel swept away by the current of life, unsure where I'm headed? What do I need desperately that I'm not getting? These are all some pretty valid questions here. Alright, so your next card here is the antagonist, representing opposition, deceit, and malice. Alright, so the antagonist, awakened, represents opposition, deceit, and malice. And in its shadow, it represents apology, reconciliation, and redemption. The antagonist is the main person or force opposing your progress in this story. They may have ideas and goals that clash with your own. They may be the hero of their own story. However, the way they go about things is actively harmful to others. Be wary of people whose actions do not match their words. The antagonist may try to manipulate you or the story in ways that make you feel hurt and lost. Sometimes we're the antagonist in someone else's story. This doesn't mean you're a bad person. Sometimes we must make enemies to stand up for what's right. In the shadow aspect, the antagonist has a change of heart. They may make an apology or attempt at reconciliation. Whether it's genuine or not is up for you to decide. Forgiving does not mean forgetting, and you don't owe it to anyone, but sometimes it can be part of a real, true redemption arc. If you've been playing the antagonist, this card in shadow may indicate it's time for you to make apologies and change your behavior. Questions to ask. Who or what is opposing my goals in this story? Is someone/thing attempting to harm me or people I care about? Am I being manipulated? Have I been deceitful or malicious towards others? Is the apology I've received genuine? Is it my turn to apologize to someone else? Interesting. So with that, okay, I definitely get here that if the both of these are in their shadow aspect, I feel like you have a little bit longer to go before you take a break, because you really need to take that time to really plan out how you're going to go towards somebody with an apology. It's going to give you time to practice the changed behavior required for an apology to make it legit, if you know what I mean. And now, if these are in the awakened position, I really get the sense that, somebody could very well be mad at you. They may feel some type of way about you. They may hold against you even the fact that, if it's like a love situation, after you two split, they started having shit luck and you started having really good luck, and then they see you now, whereas they're probably surrounded by chaos and you're sitting up here pretty, resting, doing a lot of self-care possibly, and they just see you in general enjoying your life while they're pretty miserable. All right, now let's take a look at what Gemini needs to know at this time. What does Gemini need to know at this time, please? Whoa, that almost flipped right out my hand. That was rude. some anxiety. Alright, so far I'm getting the vibe that, yeah, somebody may have, like, you may have made an offer to somebody. It could even be this apology that you tried to give to somebody and they just looked away. You could have sent them a message and they could have left you on red here, because we have the Nine of Swords with the Four of Cups, as well as the Moon. So, you know, I definitely get the vibe that this person has left you, you know, feeling like there are things that you don't know. Whether there are things that, like, they're straight up lying about, or, you know, whether those are things that they are, like, gonna claim, like, are sort of, like, more like omissions than lies, right? But either way here, okay, I get that you've really been, like, having difficulty with this situation. Like, you've been really, like, back and forth in two minds about coming towards this individual, you know, making any sort of offer, whether it's an apology or what have you. But either way, you know, you've been up late at night, you've been constantly thinking about it, you really haven't been able to focus on anything else. And with this Four of Cups, you know, I get the vibe that, you know, whatever it is, you move forward with it, and this individual just straight up ignores it. And that leaves you in a place where, you know, you feel like you don't have any idea what's going on. You don't know, like, what these next steps here are going to be, what's going to be going down with this individual. Because, like, it's like, you know, you never really know what's going on in a person's mind, especially if you've been, like, separated from them and, like, you've had, like, a major change in the dynamic of the relationship, right? Things are going to be very different, and they're going to make you question things a bit. Alright, so next up here, we have the Tower, with the Hierophant, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, so I get, you know, that definitely causes you that feeling of rejection, you know, causes you to take, like, a deep look within yourself. And it really, like, I feel like it illuminates, in a sense, like, what your pattern is, why things have not been working out in relationships up to this point. And I feel like, you know, with that, you really, with the Hierophant, right, I feel like you really learn to, like, master your emotions. You master, you know, essentially being aware, right, of people and their intentions, maybe even, you know, connecting more to your intuition. And because, like, this is really having you take a deep look at yourself, because you have to rebuild your foundation now. You know, you're realizing that whatever you were basing, like, the qualities that you were looking for in someone that you were to be with, you know, you're starting to realize that those were all the wrong things. So now you have to rebuild. You have to figure out again what your, or not even figure out again, you have to figure out what your personal, you know, do's and don'ts, wills and won'ts are. And I feel like, you know, connecting with yourself on that deep of a level, doing that sort of work, brings you closer to the universe, spirit, God, whatever you call it. Because with this Ace of Swords, I feel like you're really starting to be honest with yourself now. I'm seeing a lot of like positive forward movement here because of your ability to accept these truths about yourself so that you can then start to work on them, start to fix them so that you can start, attracting what you're really looking for, attracting, healthy people, healthy relationships. And that's not even just romantic, okay? That's in any sense. All right, so lastly here, we have the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Swords. And the Eight of Pentacles. Please ignore that if you hear anything in the background. So yeah, as you have this new point of view when it comes to the people that you let in your life in any capacity, you're starting to realize here with the Seven of Cups all of your options, and you're letting go of that illusion of whatever that previous mindset was when it was going towards, connections. Because here with the Seven of Swords, I feel like now you've become more methodical, you've become more logistic about the way that you go about, I want to say maybe like vetting the people that you're going to connect with, whether again it be romantically or otherwise, because here with the Eight of Pentacles, like you're doing the inner work, and you really, you're very determined, you're very committed to this path. And now at the bottom of the deck here, let's see how many I'm going to take. Jeez, this is all wonderful. All right, so with the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands here, okay, you're walking away from that old mindset, and that is going to help you put down so much of the bullshit, so many of the burdens, that with the Sun card here, you're really gonna be able to genuinely, feel joy, happiness, and experience those emotions without that like attached anxiety of like not knowing what's gonna happen, not knowing what's going on. So here we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So like this is literally you planning your way forward here, planning your way towards these new adventures. And that could even honestly be like some sort of passionate communication from somebody, because here the last two cards we have is the Queen of Cups and the Emperor. Now, I definitely get the vibe that you're this Queen of Cups here, because you're really connecting with yourself, you're really connecting with your emotions genuinely, and that's what's going to attract this Emperor type towards you. Somebody who is not afraid to take those leaps of faith, somebody who's not afraid to really take a chance, right? And I feel like that's sort of like something you need in a person. All right, Gemini, this is the message, or rather these are the messages that I have for you today. And I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.